My life makes so little sense. Most of the time, inside and outside, my life makes so little sense. Can anyone help me to make sense of my life? Can anyone help me? I don't think so. Can I help myself? Something inside me seems to be broken. I am torn. I work inwardly in a corridor of divided, mirrored opposites. I judge my own inner movements of thinking. I conflict with others who think differently than me, including those closest to me. I conflict with myself, inwardly. I am angry. I am angry at this insane world which offered freedom at birth, but which took away that freedom far too young. I long to look freely at the stars of a night sky, but never can, for I am burdened inside, and I have found nowhere to escape my inner burdens. I have not found love nor compassion in life for another, but I am noble in my pursuit of competition, and the superficial value I gain in life in comparing my life to that of another man's, in continual progressive competition. I have depths of darkness inside I fear to even look into. I fear what may happen if I do. I stand on a ground in life, in between an inner remembered past and an inner projected future which does not even exist, as the past also no longer exists. To life, the past has died. I cry. I have cried so many tears over countless years. I know gain and loss. I seek gain and seek to avoid loss. I value the continuity of growth and progression, my pursuit into a conceptual perfection through the dark arts of becoming. I live as an inner talking voice in an inner world of educated nonsensical concepts, words and images, standing on the ground of dead memories, standing on the ground of knowledge. My heart walks the streets of a dead city. The past is over, yet this is my home. As my heart has died, I have built a dead society which worships conceptual ideological values of measurement and continuity of the stupid more than it values the life of the living members of my own species. I am so full of my own certainty and my own self-value, but I spit in the face of the lives of others I hold in contempt because I feel my worth to be of greater value than theirs. All I truly have is my knowledge, which I cling to desperately. I am. My life, my existence, is founded on knowledge, and my knowledge is eternally, fatally, minuscularly limited to past experiences, for no one can know everything, and I certainly am aware of the limitations of that which I know. I stand on a divided, limited ground of inner knowledge, in conflict with all, festering in monumental ignorance of that which I do not and cannot know. I am blind to the true movement of sacred creative life, because I prefer an insane conceptual self-made arrangement. I have never noticed I was brainwashed during my years of education to this, and from this inner psychological limitation of mind rot, I act. And in my actions, as divisive and confused as they must be, I have created havoc in this world, in the only home I can ever know. For I can only act in a very small circle, continuously repeating my past. For my actions are coming from my thinking, and my thinking is recorded infinitely limited knowledge from that past. I am treading my inner hamster's wheel, which grows into a wall of thoughts 10 feet thick, which divorces my ability to relate freely to life. And this enclosure, my inner prison cell, I am terrified to leave. I fear my death, the living culmination of the ending of my life, which is no ending of life at all, but a part of life. And I don't truly fear death. I fear the ending of the movement of thinking I live within. I find my security here, within my inner ground of conflict. And this, the story of my life, is told in the eating of the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil, which removed my life from the Garden of Eden. Thought is knowledge, and living in this past matter denies my access to the living present moment quality of life. If I had this, if I could feel the breath of the sacred quality of life upon my face, my life would be different, so different. The fiery whirling sword which guards the gate to Eden, which my heart so needs to pass through, I know will slay the very life I live within this day. The price to find true life, I see, is true death. The ending of the old is the beginning of the new, and there is great beauty in this death, though the movement of thinking fears this with all its energies. All death carries a monumental pain, for even the old bird, which has normalized living in a dead old tree, will always feel threatened by a coming storm. Meeting death completes life. The price to enter Eden, or for mankind to find sanity in his life, after all, are these two not the very same? The price of true life is the death of what I live as this day. The sacred religious lost, removed, kicked in the teeth, destroyed life of mankind is what I long for, to bring a manifestation of the living mind of God into my sorrow-filled and bitter existence. Am I close to this? Who can tell me? I have gazed into your eyes, yet the sweetest taste of your lips, once removed and returned to the cage, only further torments the depths of the soul. A spiritual battle in search for sanity, the search for the complete understanding of my life. By meeting my life in the ending of the past, in the ending of the mechanism of thought, living life in harmony, in step with the laws of this universe, and removing life from the laws of stupid men whose hearts are filled with self-interest, greed, and the never-ending seeking of the corruption of power. A complete ending to conflict, and an ending to living life as a concept, an awakening of my life into this present moment of sacred creation, a death of what came before, a forgetting of the future I seek conceptual perfection within, and a meeting with all this very moment, as imperfect as it inevitably is, that I may begin to work unencumbered, and that my energies will meet the needs hungriest in others, unburdened by my own colossal self-interest, free of self. Here, a new dawn has at last arrived.